I'm here for you guys. I'm going to say one thing. We are all going to make it. Are we ready for action? Cheers!
She wanted that. She wanted it. She was waiting for it, wasn't she? She loved it. While I'm here, people, let's go. Here you go. Look, everyone's loving it. See? They all love it.
Cheers.
Oh, man. Let me have a quick sip before I start, man. Damn. I don't know why I'm so nervous for this stream. I was sitting here and I was just literally getting ready for the stream, you know, getting a couple of charts up, just taking a look at the, you know, the regular charts we go through. I was like, hang on a second. I started looking at a few things. I was like, right. Went on to the next one. I was like, okay. On to the next one. I was like, what the hell? On to the next one. I was like, oh, my mind just started blowing up. And then I stopped and then I started looking at other stuff that I thought, right, let me take a look at this just to make sure. I was like, what the heck? Then I wanted to look at one last thing just for like the last confirmation, like the best confirmation we can have, right? And that I was just completely finished. And I was like, what the hell is going on here, man? So yeah, it's going to be a pretty exciting stream. I must admit, I haven't been this excited throughout the whole thing. Not only has obviously Luna gone on to make new all-time high, Solana, we've obviously seen Cardano go on to make new all-time highs as well now. I've just spotted something in the charts, guys, throughout basically the entire market, which is shouting at us saying, look, I'm doing this too. I just need a bit more time. And my mind was just completely blown. So that's what we're going to get into today. Hopefully your minds will be blown as well. I'll try and explain it to the best of my ability. It's going to be very easy to see once I start comparing the charts anyway. So you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's just catch up with these comments and I'll get straight into it. Yes, James and Marie, it is exciting times. That's it, man. We're all going to make it. Good evening, everyone. Can't wait to see what's got Tana so excited. Grab a bevy, 100%. My mum loves it. I was like to my mum, you're gonna start the stream and you're gonna say this. You're gonna say we're all gonna make it. She's like, yeah. Went upstairs, put her lipstick on and everything. I'm like, what the heck are you doing? But yeah, it was pretty cool. So let's get into it, people. Deserves a beer. No H2O today. Right. Before I show you all of that, obviously, let's take a quick look at Bitcoin because, you know, Bitcoin's Bitcoin. And we need to always take a look at Bitcoin because, of course, Bitcoin's obviously pumped as well today, which is sick. So let's have a quick look at it, right? So with Bitcoin, what are we expecting? I said it in a Discord group, guys. I'm expecting Bitcoin now to just start rallying towards the 0.618, 51K. I see no resistance all the way up to 51K now, okay? We've now taken out this high right here, okay? So now we're grinding our way back up. We held this low, which is something we were speaking about, okay? So if I just get into that a little bit more deeper so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, if I go over to the 4-hour chart, we can actually tell easily where we held that support right there. And it's something we spoke about a few times, right? This is our high. This is like our whole range, right? So we just kept coming back into this area and just jumping out of it. Very strong support, really good to see. Okay, and now we've obviously just gone on and we've now taken out this high right here. As you can see, we're now trading above it, which is great. And in my opinion, obviously not financial advice, I think, guys, that we are now going to be heading into the 618. And this is where things, what am I doing? I need to get the fib out. This is where things start getting a little bit more interesting for coins like Bitcoin, okay? As I always say, these areas right here, the 786, 702, 618, these are the areas where all the magic happens. This is where the scary stuff comes along, right? So I don't believe we're going to have any resistance all the way up to 51K. That's fine. It's what can we do after that? Because after that, guys, is the 702, okay, at 54K. That's the most important level. We know exactly what happens there. I don't need to go over it again. We know we need to clear that. We don't want to see us roll up here and do a bit of that and go down. We want to smash through it, right? Because ultimately, the second we smash through the 702, guys, that's when you'll start to see Bitcoin begin to moon, okay? So right now, It's looking great. And obviously the reason why I'm so excited about it and the reason why I'm so confident that Bitcoin will do that is because what we're seeing in the rest of the market, people, right? We are seeing something that is unfolding in front of us, right in front of our eyes. And instead of going into ridiculous technical analysis, indicators left, right, and center, banging out this chart, banging out that indicator, whatever, no, I'm going to make this super simple for you guys, right? What I'm about to show you is pretty mental, okay? So what we're going to look at first is obviously Cardano ADA, all right? Because of course Cardano was in fact our leader. And right now we have just gone on and made a new all-time high. And this is extremely important, right? Why? Because Cardano is a top 5 cryptocurrency. And to me, whenever we see something like Cardano, a top 5 crypto market cap, make a new all-time high in what people have been calling a bear market, right? Right. That is when you know that this is definitely not a bear market. We are very bullish right now. And I've stuck to my guns throughout the entire time, people. I've stuck to my guns the entire time. And now we're seeing things like this happen, which is unbelievable to see, right? This, to me, is enough confirmation without showing you anything else that we are going to be going on. And the whole market will hopefully start completely, moving on just like the way Luna and everything else has, and new all-time highs will be set across the market, right? So then it begs the question. Obviously, we've said Cardano is a leader in the market. We've obviously said that Luna is a leader in the market. We've obviously said Solana is a leader in the market, right? But what are these laggers doing? So that's what I decided to really go into just before the stream started, right? I sat there and I was like, right, let me have a look at these laggers, because what the heck is taking them so long now? We've seen Luna, Cardano, and we've seen Solana break out, and it's been quite a bit of time now since they've broken out, right? And I said to myself, why are these guys taking ages? So I decided to go into them and I decided to take a look at the pattern of Luna, Solana, and Cardano just before they broke out. Okay, so I said to myself, cool, let me have a look and actually see what happened beforehand. What was the pattern they were making? Because let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you something I believe. I personally believe that the market will do what the market is meant to do, regardless of whatever news has come out, whatever narrative has come out, right? It will do what it's supposed to do, and the rest of the market will follow whatever time it may be, okay? So what I decided to take a look at and see was, what are these coins actually doing then? So if we do take a look at something like Cardano and we go over to the 4-hour chart, and this is, again, one thing we were talking about for ages before Cardano went on an explosive run. I want to come back into these areas right here between the 20th of July and the 10th of August. And all I want to do is put one line on this chart, okay? And there's one thing that we can see, which to me is quite significant. And you guys that have been watching me for a while may remember this, because I was banging on about it nonstop. Literally every single day, I kept talking about Cardano's doing this, Cardano's doing that. We need to follow Cardano, right? Let's have a quick look and see what actually happened with Cardano. Do you guys remember this area right here? What happened right there? Okay, because what happened right here is that we were following a perfect trend line, bouncing on it perfectly. And what did we have right there? We had what we call a bear trap, where a trend gets broken short term, makes retail investors think that, right, this trend is over now, it's broken, we're going to start heading down, but then immediately jumps back up shortly after, and then starts trending along this line again, right? So right here, we had our bear trap. And this to me was quite significant, okay? Because it just shows to me how strong Cardano really was. And I said to everyone, right, Cardano is trending along this line. We're about to break some important resistance levels. I expect Cardano to start heading up. And obviously, ever since that day, we did end up heading up. As you guys can see, we began pretty much going parabolic, right? Which is obviously great to see. So one thing I want you guys to keep in mind throughout this entire stream is this bear trap right here, okay? Keep that in mind. And once again, I just want to iterate, we were speaking about this bear trap. How many times? So many times we were speaking about it before Cardano went on to make these highs, okay? It's something we saw, it's something we established, and it's something that I was going off. And I obviously just said, cool, Cardano is clearly a leader in the market. Let's see how the rest of the market will follow. This is where it gets interesting, right? Now I'm going to start showing you charts that compare Cardano to the laggers of the market or to any other coin within the market, including mid-cap coins, large-cap coins, OG coins. Everything here will be included, right? Take a look at this, people. If I go on to the first one, right here, we've got Zcash, and this is Cardano, right? So obviously, Zcash right now is another one that I have longed on the market. And what did we just have? We just had a bear trap, okay? Now, for Cardano, that was this dip right here. This dip right here was that dip for Zcash, okay? This dip right here for Cardano, what did it do? Well, that dip basically came back down to retest previous all-time highs, and then we've ended up going higher. Another thing that we spoke about yesterday or the day before, whatever it was, right? So we came back there to retest the all-time highs, right? This dip right here represents the bear trap that we saw right there for Cardano. So Zcash is literally copying exactly the same pattern as Cardano, trading along this trend, having a bear trap, making retail investors think that this trend is now broken. I'm going to sell my position, but then immediately recovering and now trending along this line again, just like Cardano did. Bear trap, immediately recovering, trending along the line again. That is where Zcash is right now. So if I go over to Cardano right here, we could take our best guess and try and think to ourselves, cool, is Zcash right here to where Cardano was right there? Because if it is, Cardano, that was on the 3rd of August, Cardano started mooning on the 10th of August, okay, a week later. So is things like Zcash in that moment right now where we are waiting for, oh, ice cream man, let that go past, cool. Is Zcash in the same moment as Cardano right in this area right there? Oh, cool, you might be saying to yourself, oh, that's just one chart timer. Okay, let's move over to Band, mid-cap coin. What's what? Honestly, look at it. Cardano, here we go again, trading along this trend line. And we know that Band is another lagger in the market. Bear trap, carrying on a little bit, moon. Band literally perfectly along our trend line. Bear trap immediately back above it. Are we going to carry on a little bit and then see Band moon as well? Are we going to see something like that and then off it goes? If that's not enough for you, I've got more. Here we go again. Litecoin, an OG coin, guys. I don't know why there's so many lines on this one. Litecoin, an OG coin, guys. What did Litecoin just do? It's just copied the exact same thing that Cardano's just done. Trending along our trend line, bear trap, immediately back above. Trending along our trend line, bear trap, immediately back above. And just bear in mind, guys, what did Cardano do right after? Literally a few days after. It went on a parabolic run into new all-time highs. If you're taking a look at something like Litecoin, right? Litecoin literally was, its previous high was up here, okay? Is up here at $413. Litecoin right now is at $182, 3 to 4 times your money just to get back to the all-time high. But then if you're thinking of things like Luna and Solana, for example, look at them. They've completely smashed their all-time high and they're going and setting new all-time highs, right? So Litecoin, another OG coin, copying the exact same thing, the exact same pattern that Cardano is copying as well right now. Bear trap, little bit more consolidation along our trend line. Off we go, okay? Now, Ethereum Classic. Now, this is another example I wanted to bring up because it's not perfect, but it's basically doing the exact same thing. As you can see with Ethereum Classic, in regards to our trend line right here, we did come below it, okay? But it's not perfect. It seemed to have just dipped a little bit more than others. But I'm looking at right here because the same thing happened to Cardano right there. Another one that had a bear trap, recovered perfectly along our trend line, and off we went, people. So what is this telling us? This is telling me that we are literally moments away from mooning. And I could have got 10, 15, 20 more other charts on this stream which show you the exact same thing. They show you the exact same thing, okay? And what's amazing is that we knew Cardano was a leader in the market. We identified that bear trap that happened at the beginning of August. Ages ago, we identified that, right? We knew that the market followed leaders. There's always going to be leaders. There's always going to be laggers. That's why I sat here and I said to myself, I want to look at the complete laggers, the ones that are doing what Cardano was doing before it mooned, and they are doing exactly what it's doing. I was like, Ross. So then I said to myself, cool. I've got more, by the way. I said to myself, cool. Solana and Luna's also broken out to new all-time highs. What were they doing before? Well, you guessed it, people. Here you go with Luna as well, trending along our trend line, our lovely handy trend line, literally all the way from $4. Okay, and now we're chilling at whatever, $30. What did we do right here, people? Of course, we had our bear trap immediately back above our trend line, trended above it a little bit, just like Cardano did. And what are we doing right now? We went from $5 all the way up to currently sitting at $30 within the space of just over a month, looking exactly the same as Cardano. If I literally bring these charts like this, so you don't see the actual pumps, right? Look, they simply just look identical. Let me take absolutely everything off. I mean, honestly, if you showed me these two charts without the names up here, I wouldn't be able to tell you what's what. Obviously, taking away the prices as well, I just wouldn't be able to tell you what's what. They're doing the same thing. Cool. Solana. Well, what happened right here? Well, what do we have right here? Yep, you guessed it, guys. Another flipping bear trap that recovered straight away and went on to make new all-time highs. Another flipping bear trap. Get that on the screen right there. Come on, people. Come on, people. Look at Solana now. Yeah, where was its bottom? $22. Where is it right now? $76. Are you mad? Are you actually mad? And this right here, I'm actually comparing it to Luna because they're exactly the same, because they've done the exact same thing. And you go back to things like Zcash, you go back to things like Band, you go back to things like Litecoin, Ethereum Classic. Seriously, man, come on. They're all doing the same thing. I mean, I was gobsmacked. I was literally gobsmacked, people, right? So I'm sitting there going chart after chart. And don't get me wrong, there was more. There was literally loads more charts that were doing the exact same thing, that were following the exact same pattern. I didn't want to get tons and tons and tons out because I've shown you a good collection of them right here, right? I got the laggers out and I've shown you exactly what is going on right here, right? And as you guys can see, I didn't have to get out no indicators here, there, and everywhere, you know, like some other traders do, which is fair enough to them, absolutely fine. I'm just looking at a clear picture here, and it's basically shouting in my face saying, Tanner, bro, do you not see this? Do you not see this? And it all goes back to the reason why I'm telling people to buy the laggers. Stop telling me if you should be buying Cardano. Stop telling me if you should be buying Solana. Stop telling me if you should be buying more Luna. Dude, open your eyes, people. Come on. Look at these laggers, man. Literally, it's like Christmas. It's literally like Christmas. I could not, you cannot make this stuff up. Is it that easy? Seriously. And if it is, if this is really what is happening, then in the next 1 to 2 weeks, I don't want to say it, of course, because, you know, it's not financial advice. I don't want to say anything, but I don't think I need to say it. You know exactly what I'm going to say, right? You know exactly what I'm going to say. Dude, you know, it doesn't, however much is good enough for you is however much is good enough for you. You know, 1,000 ADA to one person could be a lot. 1,000 ADA to another person could be nothing. So wherever suits you, man. I ain't gonna answer it anyway. So then it goes back to the most important chart, right? The total altcoin market cap. Okay, the total altcoin market cap. This chart is basically where every altcoin should be. This is how much the altcoins actually make up of the market, right? And again, some of these other coins, they do not need to follow exactly what it's doing. They'll go on their own run and they'll be leaders of the market like Cardano, Luna, Solana, right? But I thought just before the stream started, I said to myself, why don't I just take a quick look at the total altcoin market cap, right? Because at the end of the day, you know, we're coming up to important levels of resistance. Because of course, if I go back to the regular chart here, guys, right? This is the Luna chart right here. Let me go to the daily chart. And we all know how important getting through the resistance levels are. So if we take our Fibonacci retracement tool and place it over, okay, if we go like that, right now, the total altcoin market cap is around there, where Luna is all the way up here, right? And you can see how much resistance we did end up finding in these areas before we finally broke the final resistance, the 0.786. And then what did we do? We just flew, okay? We just absolutely flew. So, and the same goes for, you know, everything else, right? Like Cardano, the leaders. Well, what you're looking at right now, people, is the total altcoin market cap. And what is it doing? It's doing the exact same thing. Trending along our trend line, bear trap, straight back above. Jesus, man. Honestly, I am absolutely gobsmacked. Let's place a fib over it. Where are we right now? I'll tell you guys where alt season will really start. Alt season really starts when we break the 0.702. Okay, that is what ultimately usually happens. Where are we right now? There's the 702. There's where we are. If I place a line on that so you can see exactly how close we are, people, place that right there. Take that off. There you go. Is that what we're doing? Is this what we're doing, guys? If this is what we're doing, if this is what we're doing, that's as big as it goes. That's it right there. Okay. That's all I got to say. That is all I have got to say. If that's what we're doing, people, we're all going to make it. Okay. Because seriously, on a serious note now, do you see why I'm so excited? Because I've seen enough proof to tell me right now that this is going to happen, man. Cheers to that, people. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. What a journey, huh? What a journey. What? Let me catch up with these comments. Mr. Boat on Luna, I'm afraid plenty more options out there, Anne-Marie, as I have just shown you. 100% people flying away. Buy the laggers, man. You know, I've shown you multiple laggers right here. It ain't financial advice. Go do what you need to do. But I've shown you guys laggers. And there's loads more out there. Of course, there's loads more out there. But there's so many opportunities out there right now that are ultimately going to make people a lot of money. And people are just missing the boat because they're FOMOing into coins like Cardano or Luna because they're just going to jump from one to one to one. And I'll teach you guys a very important lesson here. When alt season does, hopefully, fingers crossed, eventually happen, what you will see is coin after coin after coin, the rotation happen where one thing will explode, then the next thing will explode, so on and so on. Do not jump out of your lagging coin to chase that exploding coin. Don't do it, okay? Burping because of the beer. Don't do it. That is the last thing you want to do, all right? Please do not do it. Just buy the laggers, be patient, and wait. I've waited 1.5 years for this moment, and I've sat on my coins, and now I'm enjoying the benefits of being patient, all right? Plenty more to catch, 100%. Hi, Tanner. So what do you think a point is possibly going to be followed? Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. These things will all start following. Everything will end up doing the same thing. Okay. Everything will end up doing the same thing. We've seen it already. We've seen it happen, and we're seeing things play out the exact same as well. Next best lagger. I mean, you know, it's up to you, people. I mean, the best way to find out what a lagger is simply going onto a chart. Say, for instance, band right here. This is band. Get a Fibonacci retracement out. I've done a video on how to use them. Go from the top, literally from the top to the bottom. Bottom right there, top right there. This is where band is right now. It's still under the 0.236, the very first retracement. Then you look at Luna. It's all the way up here. It's in extensions. These are not retracements anymore. Anything below the previous high are retracements. This is at the first extension. Okay, band is down here. Okay, so if you're buying band right now and it follows exactly what Luna does right now, you've got the opportunity to make 335%. Whereas if you're buying something like Cardano right now and you're waiting for Luna, Cardano right now is sitting approximately right there, just on top of his all-time high. You can make 42%. Band, 365%. Do you know what I mean? So that's how you got to look at it. And I literally done the video, guys, on how to use the Fibonacci retracement tool. To me, it is the most powerful tool available to you on the charts. They tell you everything, in my opinion, not financial advice, of course. But I did do a video on it. I'm going to post it in the chat right now for you guys to see, just in case you haven't watched it. There you go. I've posted it in the chat. And that's how you establish what a lagger is and what a leader is. It is that simple. It is that simple. And I literally feel like these coins are just shouting in my face, telling me, Tana, look at me. Look at me. I'm about to do it too. Watch me, mum. Do you know what I mean? It's just doing that. Tana, I've been mental. So many coins ain't even close to all. Yeah, 100%. That's it. What we got? Catch up with these comments, man. Tana, what price did you get involved in ADA? Like, I remember buying ADA at 3 cents last year. Sold it at 20 cents. I was back in. I don't hold it. I've longed it, leveraged longed it on the market, which I do not recommend people do that. Very dangerous. You just got to know what you're doing, right? But I don't hold ADA. No, I don't really know too much about it, to be honest with you, man. Yes, cheers. 100%, bud. Might have another sip in a second, actually. Am I getting captain on live stream? I've never even met him. I've obviously been at home resting because of the hip. But we will probably one day, though. Buy the laggers. The bear trap's really making it clear. Thank you for exposing. No worries at all. Fragmaster, join the Discord. We're all in there and we discussed it. Yeah, 100%, bro. Join the Discord, man. Links in the Discord. Hang on a sec. Let me get a fresh link for you. It will be in the chat. And you'll simply be able to join it. Just click that link. Click that link right there that I've just sent in the chat and you'll be able to join it. We talk about it all the time. Yeah, like I said, I've been in Cardano a long time. I've only just longed it. I actually sold my ADA for Luna. And I rode Luna from 70 cents to $30 right now. So it was definitely the best decision. But Cardano is still obviously a massive leader in the market. Definitely is the best community, man. 100% people, 100%. But yeah, man, what can I say? I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we've had to wait a long time for this. And like I said before, I've received a ton of stick from people left, right, and center that just did not believe me. And look, they still don't have to believe me because it hasn't happened yet. I'm just showing you guys what I see, but soon my time will come. Our time will come. It will come. I'm excited for it. And the weird thing is that looking at the charts, if it does come, it could be very soon. We're looking at very soon when these things will start taking off and we go into a real alt season and, you know, we really start seeing stuff happening. One thing I recommend you all start doing is actually heading over to the total altcoin market cap, which excludes Bitcoin. You can find this by going on to TradingView, type in total, and it's this one right here, total market cap excluding Bitcoin. If you click that, it will come up with this chart. And the best thing for you to do right now, guys, is just keep an eye out on the total market cap, getting through that 0.702, which is right there. That point. Obviously, to add the 0.702, because it's not usually on there, just double click the Fibonacci extension, scroll down to any of these boxes like I've done here, put in 0.702 and it will come up. It will come up right there, okay? And just keep an eye on it, as well as keeping an eye out for Bitcoin to do the exact same thing, people, all right? So 2 charts I'm looking at right now. I've got enough proof from everywhere else within the market to show we're going to be heading up. But right now, I want to see Bitcoin get past the 0.702, which is at 54K. And I want to see the total altcoin market cap get through the 702, which is literally moments away. We're very close to it. Very, very close to it. As you can see, we came up to this fib level, rejected it, found support on the 50%, and off we went up. These Fibonacci retracement tools are the best, man. Nothing can beat it. If literally take away everything else, I'll just use this. I don't need anything else. All right. So yeah, guys, I mean, that's what I wanted to show you guys. That is why I was so excited on the chat. You still bullish on one? Yeah, 100%. They're both massive laggers. MIR is like my third biggest holding, third largest holding MIR. Huge lagger, man. I've been buying loads of MIR. because it's been lagging so much, and it's part of Luna's ecosystem. And the fact that Luna's done what it's done and MIR is part of that ecosystem, I mean, yeah, it's going to be mad. Will you sell all your Luna at some point, or are you planning on holding some no matter what? As I said, I sold some at $33, which was the first Fibonacci extension. So if I get it up for you guys again, the reason why I sold 25% of my Luna was because we reached the first Fib extension. Let me get it up for you guys. So I'm just looking at the Fib extensions, you know, right here. As you can see, we pretty much pinpointed it. Our first Fib extension is at $33.50. I sold 25% of my Luna right here at $33, and I rotated it into laggers. And I'll basically be going off these Fibonacci extensions to be taking some of my profit out. However, I do still have 40% of my entire Luna staked, and that will be staked for years to come, probably until after the next bull run. So yeah, I'm only going to be selling 60% of my Luna. That's if that's what you're asking, to make it simple to answer. 60% of my Luna will be sold. Feel like it's a good time to use wash hands for the action. Yeah, 100%. Oh, did you get rid of that guy? Where's he gone? Frag Masters. I have already hit 7 digits. Oh, God, I hate people like that, man. Do not like people like that. Why would you? Anyway, ain't got time for him. Thanks for kicking him out, Anne-Marie. I appreciate it. Where's Mama T? You watching? She's in the kitchen. She's in the kitchen. Raven coin lagging. There's loads. There's literally so many laggers out there, man. You could just go on the charts and find them. They're so easy to find. And you know what I've basically done, I hold like only 6 or 7 coins at the moment. I think it might be 6 actually. And literally every time one does hit one of my targets, I'll rotate into the one that is lagging the most. I wouldn't go into a coin that I don't know too much about. So like Raven coin, although it might be one of the biggest laggers in the market, I ain't going to rotate my coin into there because I don't know much about it. What I do know about is MIR. What I do know about is band. So I rotated profits into them. And I'll sit here patiently and wait for them to have their time. It's as simple as that, people. Simple as that. No problem at all, bro. No problem at all. Would you hold XRP and ADA long term? Yeah, I'm not going to be selling all of my XRP. Obviously, ADA I don't hold. I've longed. XRP I do hold. I'm not going to be selling 100% of it. I'll probably sell about 80% of it and just keep that stacked away for a long time as well. When it does come to all of my crypto, I won't be selling all of it. You know, these cycles happen every 4 years or so, it seems, whenever there's a Bitcoin halving. And, you know, I'm just going to wait for the next one. So what's the point in, you know, buying back when I've already got these coins that are really cheap? God knows what prices these coins will be at in a few years, you know. The weird thing is I keep seeing so many people making predictions and saying the one thing, look, obviously it's my opinion. It isn't financial advice at all. So I don't actually know for a fact, but in my opinion, this next run that we see, the big blow off top, the one more high that we're going to make, I believe it will be it until the bear market comes in for the next 3 to 4 years, however long it's going to be. But there's so many mixed opinions on Twitter where they're saying things like, oh, Bitcoin to 200K in a year's time. And I sit down, I'm like, no, I don't think so. Like, if we're going to enter a bear market, I could see Bitcoin going below 20K again. You know, whether you agree with me or not, don't really care. That's just my opinion. And I could see loads of other coins dropping, you know, 70 to 80% of their value from what they would have been at, because that is typically what's happened in every bear market. What just happens is people get extremely hyped up during an alt season. They make ridiculous assumptions and predictions, and you know, they just have to bite the bullet when it doesn't happen. So for me, I'm trying to be as realistic as possible, right? This to me will be the very last thing. It's copying things that happened in the past. So I'm going to play it smart. I'm going to take my profit and I'll be leaving the market as soon as this high is over. And the way things are going, that could be very soon. So I'm not going to be sitting here saying XRP is going to go to $50 in a year or two. No, we're going to be in a bear market, deep in a bear market by that time. So, you know, that's the one thing I don't get. But you know, people have their opinion, which is absolutely fine. I'm going to play it my way. But hopefully you get where I'm coming from. I don't get where these ridiculous predictions come from, you know. You could be hyped up about your coin. I get it. I could say Luna's going to $1,000. I fully think it will in the future. But, you know, even me being part of the Luna gang on Twitter, you know, people always keep talking about Luna going to hundreds of dollars and everything else. And I fully think it will. But, you know, during a bear market, it's very difficult to make those type of assumptions. So on this channel, I'm just trying to be extremely realistic, and I'm not getting sucked into any hype. And if we want to move away from this market with profit in our pockets, in our bank account, you got to blank out all the hype, blank out all the crazy predictions, and go with the realistic stuff. Do not get too greedy. That's what I'd say anyway. You seem to be good at selling at the right level. In member streams, can we ask you what make good at? Yeah, of course. 100%. That is what the as crypto, what I was saying. That is exactly what the members only is for. You know, I want to be answering people's questions literally one by one in full on detail, whatever people have got to ask me. So in the members only live streams, that is exactly what's going to be happening. I'll be presenting my actual full on exit plan with some of the targets that I have set out for my coins. So obviously, if anyone does want to be seeing that kind of exclusive content, make sure you do become a member. There's been a problem with becoming a member on your phone if you're on iPhone. When you go onto our homepage on YouTube, for some reason, the join pay button is not there. You have to either do it on your desktop, or you got to go onto Safari or Google on your actual phone and then click the top left. In fact, I could show you guys right here, right? Let me see. So if I was to search YouTube on my phone, here we go. So I've just searched YouTube on my phone, right? Can you guys see that? Oh, it's too bright, isn't it? Can you see? Let me turn this down a little bit. Ah, there you go. So you search YouTube on your phone and then see that top right corner where it says AA. You literally click that. You click that, okay? And then you click request desktop website. And then it comes up like this, looks like your desktop, right? And then you click YouTube, and then you search my name on YouTube, and then you can join it like that if you want to join it, of course. So yeah, there was problems doing that, but that's how you can do it on your phone if you wanted to. Totally agree. Paul, have you joined us in the Discord? Paul, that's why you should invest in good coins with small market caps. Yeah, to a certain point. Obviously, small market caps, usually what happens when the rotation happens is that they are typically last to go, but they're very explosive when they do go. And you know, so you know what usually happens is large caps go first, and then mid caps, and then small caps, and then small caps will explode. But yeah, there's definitely loads of opportunities out there with small caps, like KuCoin Gems, for example. I do hold one, Trias. I do hold Trias, so that's one of them that I hold. But yeah, definitely diversify what's going on, because ideally you'd want some mid, some large, some small, because then you could take profit from the mid or large ones, the one that go first, and then you can rotate those profits into the small ones if you want. You know what I mean? Hit the like, guys, and subscribe. Yes, for sure. Are based in a bear market called totally on history, the economy itself, especially in the US with our fiscal spending and higher inflation sustaining itself, has me thinking. Yeah, I mean, look, people can think that. The chart to me just never lies, regardless of you know, the economy or the use case or anything else, right? Or adoption, because adoption's been huge this year. I personally am not just gonna. I'm not gonna go on that. I'm just gonna go on whatever I see on the charts, because what will happen next bull run is people will think it's different again, but it never is different. It's whenever you think it's different, that's when you get blindsided and you lose. That's just my opinion anyway. So I'm just gonna stay true to myself and you know, carry out my exit strategy as well as I can. Oh, for people that have Android phones, apparently it's fine. But for those on iPhone, apparently it's not. Well, it's not, because it didn't work on mine either. Hi, Tan, I can't join at the moment because of my location. Yes, I saw you. You messaged me on Discord. I'm going to speak to some of the guys some of the managers within Crypto Bible, see if they can help out with that, because I'm not 100% sure on what to do. We do have a YouTube expert that works with us that will hopefully have an answer for you. So just waiting for a reply, and I'll let you know, my man. I'll let you know. Let's have a quick sip of the beer. It's been a while. No worries, man. What are you saying? Cool. Right. I think I'm going to end it there, people. Thank you all very much for joining. Hopefully you get exactly why I was so excited, and hopefully the next week or two can bring some very good times to us. It's getting very exciting. So fingers crossed, people. Let's keep the energy up in the Discord. Let's hit those likes, hit those subscribe buttons, and let's wish for the best for the next few weeks. And we're all going to make it, people. Let's go. Thank you all very much for joining. Please like the video before you do leave. And, I will see you guys very, very soon. Take it easy, people.